Gardening day. I don't know how many of you use seed tape, but I'm going to try it for my beets this year. I do have my beet seeds from last year, but I haven't tested them to make sure they're going to germinate. The seed tape works really well. You just put it down 1/2 inch deep, and this isn't quite 1/2 inch, so I'm going to make sure I've got it tucked in there. And then I'll wet it and cover it with dirt. My gardener. He is almost done. I've helped a little, but I must say he's done the majority of the work. So now that the main garden is actually planted, courtesy of my hubs, he was actually going to straighten out this fence and bring it alongside of our container planting. But I've convinced him to do Ruth Stout method of potato planting just in this row. We aren't putting a lot of potatoes in this year, trying to give the soil a chance to remediate. We've had potatoes in there the last 2 years, so we are going to give this a whirl. So what is the Ruth Stout method? Well, we start with potatoes. Now this jungle of eyes is from our potatoes from last season. We're going to start with these. So I want to be careful about how I'm pulling these out of the bag, because it's okay to lose 1 or 2 of the eyes. What I don't want to have is a nice large potato with 1 eye and then I break that off. So this one looks good. As you can see, the nice big potatoes kind of made me cry. Didn't get them in a can or get them used before the end of the season. That one's not too bad. To plant any potato, you want a potato about the size of a golf ball, minimum. It should be much larger. As I'm digging through, I'm finding a lot of them that are this size, which isn't quite a waste. Normally I kept these back because they're really nice baby potatoes, but if they're not used fairly soon after picking, then they end up like that. Well, the first layer is straw. I planted cilantro about 3 years ago. I had no idea it reseeded it, so we've been enjoying it ever since. We transplanted these from our other location, and they're taking now. These will spread. Of the valley was also from our other location, and these too will spread, but at a much slower pace. Only had a few blooms this year, but that's all right. It's doing good otherwise. It's actually spreading. So just taking a wander around the yard here. We're going to check in on the growth in the garden and raised beds. So here I don't have a lot planted yet. These are actually long white radishes. Thought we'd give those a try. Excuse me. I do have something planted in here. That has not come up yet. I'm going to be putting some radishes in at the back. I've got some peas here at the front. And here I've got beets. They're doing really well. Put the netting up here because when we first planted it, we have a lot of cats around. And of course, you know what cats do with dirt. So I just put that there, and it did keep the cats out of the dirt. This has got all these weeds in here, but the carrots are starting to come up. Looks like I got a bit of a washout here. I'll have to reseed. So the apples are doing really well. We left them too long last season. Apparently you're supposed to pick them early, so these do not wait until the frost hits them. Now this is the apple tree that was girded by mice over the winter. As you can see, it's not doing nearly as well as the other apple trees, but it produced flowers, lots of flowers. It actually started to produce some apples, but it's probably better for the tree if I just pick all of these off, because it doesn't need to, needs to conserve the energy that it has in making it stronger for next year. Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Chelsea. What are you doing, girl? It's a nice day for a change here. Hey, Cinnamon. Oh, you heard me, so you're coming out to see. Oh, Blossom. Yes. Oh, is everybody here? Would you like some Timothy grass? Yes, they do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But where's Bridget? Where's Bridget? Where's Bridget? Yeah, Bridget is still segregated. She is still getting picked on, so we have to keep them apart for now. This pine tree was actually, I think, only about a foot tall when we moved in about 3 years ago. It's grown really well. Now, once it gets a little bit larger, it'll start to produce some pine cones, and then I can make some interesting concoctions with that. And the apple mint that overwintered in the house is actually coming back to life. I really like that. I might try to get this out of the pot and into the yard. The raspberry bushes have got lots of buds on them, which is looking good for a crop. Now this is just going nuts here. We've got some chamomile, I've got sage, I've got, what is this? What is that anyway? Chocolate mist. Oh, that's a mint. So I have to start getting that dehydrated. This is a flowering kale. It's a pretty plant. The kale is more for the chickens than for me, to be quite honest. We've got some more mint. This is just parsley, which is really nice to have fresh. Some thyme, oregano. My container potatoes are doing great. The Ruth Stout potatoes, not so much. I did unearth one of the potatoes here, and I do see that it is actually, it's here. It's snug. Where are we here? It's snug in the ground, so the roots are going in, but they are very delayed. I don't know. I don't see no potatoes, but we do have a fine crop of sunflowers coming up. So just past mid-June, garden's looking pretty good. The tomato plants have really flourished. The lettuce is doing well. Peas are coming up. Beans, not so much. I got to get more beans into the garden this weekend. I actually tried some Brussels sprouts down there. I was surprised I grew those from seed. They did come up. And you see I still got lots of rhubarb. Very disappointed though. I kind of missed out on my lilacs this year. Between the rain and poor weather, they came and they went. Now I know why there's not a plural of plum. Well, there probably is plums. But I don't. I have two. I have a plural of plums. Unfortunately, for all the flowers that it put out, only two were fertilized here. So this is rosemary that I overwintered as well. It's kind of odd. Like, I have some ultraviolet blue red light, and I had that focused on the plants. They all did this, so they did not like that light at all inside. As soon as I took it off, it was regenerating again. It's looking great. I should probably cut it back so that it starts to sprout more at the bottom, but just letting it do its thing. And then my arugula. See, I've got everything back here just in case of hail, but I think we're in the clear for now.